So the last video of the happiness series, I hope you enjoyed it. So in this last session, I'd like to go back to the beginning. Like most good coaches and NLP practitioners do, is then when you start, you need to make the unconscious conscious. Unconsciously, we're leading our unhappy lives and we're miserable, negativity, not liking where we are, who we're married to, not liking our job, not liking our health, whatever it is, right? So I made the unconscious conscious. And in NLP, we use a questioning technique called the Metamodel, where you can sort of pull out of the unconscious mind what you're not seeing, what's going on underneath the surface, and you make conscious of that. Well, I hung it on a life coaching tool, and that's the life wheel. And that life wheel, by the way, if you haven't gotten the guidebook, the free guidebook that comes with this series, you can email us at info@globalnlptraining.com to get it. Just ask the back office for it. And this life wheel is like, can we determine what our level of satisfaction is in the different areas that make our lives? Our physical and mental health, where we live, our physical environment, our families and friends, our significant others, money, career, personal development, spirituality, and fun and recreation. I always tend to slip my mind on that one, where it's actually one of my values is to have fun and enjoy those things that I'm doing. Anyway, what's your level of satisfaction with that? And so in the packet, we gave you a nice form to go, okay, let's determine where you're at right now. Then I gave it the scientific measurement for happiness. It's like, what's happiness? PERMA, positive emotion, engagement, which is kind of like flow, losing track of time when the challenge is equal to sort of like your ability and skill set. And then there's positive relationships. There is meaning or purpose. And there's achievement and accomplishment. What's your level of satisfaction with that? And then we measured that, right? Then I sort of introduced the concept of, well, what are your values? How do you discover that unconscious driver motivation that will make you happy? Is that we found out that in an exercise. And then you're super conscious. Now I had you awake. Does that make sense? It's time to goal set. Time to light up the brain. And we need to pick a good goal. So what I did is I hung it on this pyramid that's inside the booklet as well. Should we working in the environmental level? Should we change the behavior? Should we learn a new skill? How can we become better? And that's sort of like, which those three are in this bottom part of the pyramid. And how can we make changes here in alignment with our values? And then do that authentically, like what we should do, because we're then true to ourselves, and that connects in essence into our higher source, our meaning and purpose. So we started to set goals, and I asked you to work on it. We worked on what other people might be saying, any limitations that may be there, stuff that you'd be saying to yourself. We learned how to wire the brain to go into the future, even to your whole timeline, and we covered all these concepts. Now we're back at the last session. So what I would do is sort of like print out the happiness guidebook again with all the forms to evaluate yourself and your own level of happiness, and kind of go, well, what's the percentage on my life wheel now? What is the percentage on my PERMA, my well-being, scientific way of well-being now? And you could even say, what's the level of satisfaction in terms of how I'm now leading a life true to my values after 3 months of working on this goal, or 2 months of working on this goal? And then you can plan, okay, how am I going to adjust? And it's fine, by the way, if you have discovered that your goal is not making you happy, then adjust it or get a new goal. It's okay. And so the reason why you would want to do this on a regular basis, maybe every 3 months or something like that, or 2 months, whatever works for you, is to sit down life wheel, PERMA, values. Put a percentage to it. What's the level of satisfaction? And then plan ahead. That's how you stay awake behind the wheel of your car and drive into the direction of leading a life in happiness and well-being as a propulsion system forward into a new life, you know? And I hope you enjoyed this happiness series. Get the info packet at info@globalnlptraining.com. I will also post the link below. See you soon.